has come again. He's saying that no school safe until government negotiates with bandits. You begin to ask what is happening to negotiate with them, but they cannot arrest them. You are not even telling the government to arrest these people. You are saying they must negotiate with them. In what way? And some people are rejoicing that Abba Kyari is doing a tremendous work. So the north is not safe, and Abba Kyari is flexing in southeast. Oh, he has done this, he has done that, and this man is encouraging this. To me, it's encouraging criminality. And you are not telling the federal government or the government to go after them to arrest them, because that would have been the best thing to do. Well, Islamic cleric Sheikh Abubakar Gumi has said no school could be safe until the government engaged with bandits. Gumi disclosed there were about 100,000 armed bandits in the northwest alone. 100,000. And this guy, the race shoulder. He the race shoulder for Southeast Abba Kyari. He said the bandits kidnapping school pupils were disappointed that he negotiated with them without involvement of the federal government. You know that the leader of the so-called bandits has said they want to speak with Buhari themselves. And they are going somewhere. We'll forget it. We'll forget all these things. It's not that the government is really not trying to give them listening ears. They are looking for ways so that it will, people will not suspect them. That is just what they are doing. He stated this during an interview on efforts to rescue the kidnapped pupils in Tegina Islamic School, Niger State. Those ones are still there. And we have not seen women coming out to say, oh, our fellow women are going through stuff. They are going through stress because of their children. No. Biafra is what is their problem. The people dying at home, they don't care about them. Their people still go outside to go and maim people outside there. They don't do not even have a impact in them, or they are not perturbed about that. But they will not carry placards, oh, give Biafra that this, which we know that is just in our politics. They are just playing politics, so that it won't look as if they are not parasites, according to one of them saying that, say, we are not parasites, we are this, we are that. The bandits had demanded 200 million naira from the victims' parents, but was later reduced to 150 million naira. Now they call that one as small money. Gumi said, despite efforts to get the pupils out, the bandits were adamant in their financial demand. He said, but we are trying to talk sense to them that these are just innocent school children. We don't even have any idea of the condition of the children. We are just saying these are young children trying to study and they did nothing. So why are you trying to take dirty money from their families? This kidnap of Islamic pupils actually proves to the nation that the bandits are not really indoctrinated. They are just looking for money, and I think that this is a good prognosis. They are not targeting a religion. They are not ideologies which are different, which are difficult to deal with. We should not forget that they are not educated, formally or informally. They are just going about with cattle, and suddenly they found a lucrative way of finding money. But with good engagement, education, and incitement, like jobs and other things, they will leave this work. But we need a partner, and we need the government to understand. Individuals like me alone cannot do it. All those we met have stopped kidnapping, except for one of them who is kidnapping again. And he told us his reason, that he was neglected and he thought we had the mandate to negotiate. But when they realized that we do not have the mandate from anybody, he said he was going to back to his business. So the earlier we go into engaging them, the better for us. The ones who have agreed to lay down arms, you can engineer them to take care of the rest. Gumi said the Niger State government had been making efforts to get the children released, adding that the state had limited resources. Resources? Which resources? He insisted that the government could not protect schools without first finding means to end banditry in the country. To secure schools, why not engage the bandits? Engage them. They are not many. You can count them with your fingers. How can you guard schools? It is not possible. In the whole northwest, there may be more than 100,000 bandits, and that is just a drop in the ocean. And that is talking about those with weapons, because not all of them have weapons. 90% of those who have weapons use them to protect themselves against cattle rustlers. They are victims too. Area bombardments will only worsen the situation, because when you start killing their children, you remember they also have our children, he added. Can you imagine that the ones that are even using, hey, Nigeria don't suffer. And see, they are arresting everybody. Oh, that there are some people are carrying guns. They just arrested a Nollywood actor that is carrying gun, and a lot of people have been commenting and reacting to that. But now these people are telling us that Fulani S-men who are carrying AK-47, they are using to protect themselves. What are you talking about? Did the governor of Bauchi not say that? Bala, Governor Mohammed Bala, has said that they are using to protect themselves, and they are accepting it. And that is what Gumi is still confirming, that they are using it. Some of them, they are using to protect themselves because of cattle rustling. So if other people now begin to carry guns because of these S-men who are making life uncomfortable for them, I mean the farmers, before you know, they will arrest them. But you know that these are the injustice we are talking about, and some people will not be telling you all cock and bull stories. They will tell you all manner of things, all manner of things. You see what we are talking about? Joe Ibokwe will not see all of these things. See the other man, Joku, now that is not apologizing after he don't use him and say rob ground. Can you see? He's still confirming that those who are still carrying arms are doing that to protect themselves. So what will farmers do? Is the federal government with DSS hearing this from him? If he's freely making this kind of utterances, it means government is behind him. You know, he's just trying to exonerate the government that they are not aware of it, this and this and that. Banditry is not like Boko Haram that have objectives. Before, there is nothing to negotiate. They pick guns to get money, and if they are repenting, they should just drop their guns. After all, nobody knows them except the people that are backing them. Gumi shy by admonishing bandits to cease and desist from their activities. We cannot as a nation succumb to bandits. Tomorrow they will be asking to be participants in sharing of monthly allocation to all tiers of government. We have to fight the bandits and their collaborators so that the common man will be free to hustle and take care of his family. The quest is not negotiable. Gumi should tell them, and our armed forces should press them to submission. May God help us. Amen. One day they will tell you that they want to be president. They will tell you they want to have this, and you begin to beg on their behalf. And you are saying it because of the hardship they are going through. You can imagine the excuses that these people are making, that the hardship they are going through. So now only then they go hardship. Who tell them they don't go school? Don't they have schools in the north? Their people have been in the power. They have been in power for God knows when. This is what happens when you have a government headed by a terrorist who has now engaged a confirmed terrorist as a negotiator between bandits and government. How many Islamic clerics are not inclined to terrorism? How many?